Have you ever had this moment? You open your banking app, you look at your balance, and somehow you're thinking, wait, where did all my money go? You didn't buy a car, you didn't book a luxury vacation, you didn't do anything crazy, but somehow your paycheck disappears every single month. Coffee here, takeout there, a quick Amazon order, a subscription you forgot about, and before you know it, your entire paycheck is gone. Look, here's the thing. Most people think wealth is built through big decisions, buying the right house, starting the right business, investing in the next big stock. But what if I told you there is one tiny habit involving just one single dollar that predicts almost perfectly whether someone will become wealthy or stay broke forever? And the crazy part? Most people break this rule every single day without even realizing it. My name is Leonard, and I spend way too much time thinking about the $1 rule that predicts if you'll become wealthy. If you're someone who feels like you're working hard but your bank account never seems to grow, make sure to hit the subscribe button and give this video a thumbs up if this helps you out, because today we're going to break down the simple $1 rule wealthy people follow without thinking, why your brain secretly pushes you to break it, and how mastering this one habit could literally change your financial future. Challenging the common belief. Look, most people believe wealth is about how much money you make, but here's what most people don't realize. Income is actually a terrible predictor of wealth. According to research from Thomas Stanley and William Danko in The Millionaire Next Door, many millionaires are not high-income earners. In fact, the median income of American millionaires when the book was written was under $200,000 a year, and millions of people earning six figures still live paycheck to paycheck. Why? Because wealth isn't about how much money comes in, it's about what happens to the next dollar. And that brings us to the $1 rule. The rule is simple. Every time a dollar enters your life, you have two choices. You can either consume it or invest it. That's it. That single decision determines everything. Look, let me show you something interesting. If you invest $1 every day and earn an average 8% annual return, after 40 years, you'd have roughly $94,000. Now, that might not sound exciting, but what if it's $10 per day? Now you're looking at roughly $940,000. Same habit, just slightly bigger scale. And this is where it gets really interesting, because most people don't realize they're making this decision dozens of times per day. The hidden financial crossroads. Let's say you stop for coffee. The coffee costs $5. Now, most people think the cost of that coffee is $5, but that's not the real cost. If that same $5 were invested and grew at 8% for 30 years, that coffee actually costs about $50. One coffee, $50. Now imagine buying coffee 5 times a week. That's $25. Invested over 30 years, that's roughly $2,500. And that's just coffee. Now add food delivery, subscriptions, impulse Amazon purchases, random upgrades. Suddenly, that small spending habit becomes hundreds of thousands of dollars over time. Now, before you get angry, you might be thinking, Leonard, are you telling me I can never buy coffee again? No, that's not the point. The point is awareness, because here's what wealthy people do differently. They understand that every dollar has a job. Poor people think it's just a dollar. Wealthy people think that dollar is a tiny employee, and every employee can either work for you or leave forever. The psychology behind it. Now, let's talk about the real reason people struggle with this rule, because this isn't actually about math, it's about psychology. Your brain is designed to prioritize immediate rewards. This is called present bias. A famous Stanford study called the marshmallow experiment showed that children who could delay gratification ended up with better life outcomes decades later. Higher income, better health, better education. Why? Because they mastered the skill of saying, not now, later. And money works exactly the same way.
Every dollar you invest is basically saying, I choose my future over my present. The invisible wealth builders. Here's something fascinating. According to Fidelity Investments, over 80% of millionaires built their wealth through consistent investing over time. Not crypto, not day trading, not lottery wins, just boring, steady investing. Month after month, year after year, dollar after dollar. Which brings us to something powerful. Wealth isn't built through dramatic moments. It's built through tiny, repeated decisions. Let me tell you about two people, Jake and Alex. They both graduate college at 22. They both get jobs earning $50,000 a year. Jake spends everything he earns. New phone every year, weekend trips, nice clothes, takeout constantly. Alex does something slightly different. He invests $5 every day. That's it, $5. At 8% returns, by age 65, Alex has around $700,000. Jake, zero. Same salary, same opportunities, different $1 decisions. This is where it gets really interesting. The real power of the $1 rule isn't the money, it's the identity shift. When you start investing even small amounts, your brain starts thinking differently. You begin to see the world through wealth-building lenses. Instead of asking, can I afford this, you start asking, is this worth giving up my future for? And that single question changes everything. The 3 levels of the $1 rule. Level 1, awareness. You begin noticing every spending decision. Level 2, optimization. You automate investing so the decision happens before you spend. Level 3, ownership. Your investments begin generating money for you. Now your dollars are producing more dollars. This is when wealth starts accelerating. The compound effect. Here's something most people underestimate. Compound growth is slow at first, then explosive later. For example, if you invest $500 per month at 8% returns, after 10 years, about $90,000. After 20 years, about $300,000. After 30 years, about $745,000. But here's the crazy part. More than half of that money comes in the final decade. That's compounding, and that's why starting early matters so much. The real enemy. The biggest threat to wealth isn't low income, it's lifestyle inflation. Every time your income increases, your spending increases too. New car, better apartment, more expensive vacations. Your lifestyle grows at the same speed as your paycheck, so you never build wealth. Wealthy people break this cycle. When their income grows, their investments grow faster. 3 simple rules to follow today. If you want to apply the $1 rule starting today, follow these 3 steps. Rule 1. Pay yourself first. Before you spend $1, invest something, even if it's just $5. Rule 2. Automate everything. Set up automatic transfers into an investment account. Remove the temptation. Rule 3. Increase the percentage. Every time your income increases, raise your investment rate even by 1%. Tiny changes create massive results. The millionaire habit. Here's what most people don't realize. Millionaires don't have magical knowledge. They just follow boring habits consistently. They invest regularly, avoid unnecessary debt, and treat every dollar like an employee. And over time, those employees start working around the clock. The final insight. Look, wealth isn't built through genius. It's built through discipline. The richest people in the world are simply the people who decided, my future matters more than my next purchase. Every dollar you spend today has a hidden choice inside it. Comfort now or freedom later. And the people who become wealthy, they just choose freedom a little more often. If this video changed the way you think about money even slightly, hit the like button so more people can discover it. And subscribe if you want more videos about investing, psychology, and building real wealth. because the difference between staying broke and becoming wealthy sometimes comes down to just $1.